Hey everyone, back with another video. I'm going to walk through the new display that you have in your car, the display from ViaBecs, and how to set it up and how to get it connected to Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The one thing I want you to know is, like with anything, you're going to have to play around with it if you want to get to know it better. I've already spent probably 2 hours playing around with it, and there are a lot of settings, a lot of things to work through. But the more you play around with it, the more you're going to learn. Just don't do it while you're driving because it can be very distracting since it's such a big screen. I do run it in my driveway just to make sure that the battery doesn't die while I'm playing around with it. Keep in mind, it is basically just a giant Android tablet. So if you have a Samsung tablet or something from Google, it is very similar to that. It's running the Android 12.0 operating system with 128 gigs of memory, so you can install a lot of apps too. Today I installed a software update to the system. So I have this background that you might see or you might not see when you install yours. But you have your Bluetooth music or music that's loaded on the app here, radio, and then the apps. So if you're here just to find out how to use Apple CarPlay, you just go to apps, and then there is the TLink 5 app, and this is the app that allows you to do CarPlay or Android Auto. And my phone should be connected, but it is not. It shows it's connected, but I've had this problem where I have to disconnect my phone and then reconnect my phone in order to get it to actually pull up CarPlay. So it's still connecting. It says pair success. Okay, and now here we have Apple CarPlay. So like with any tablet, so with an Android system, you swipe down from the top to get to your like brightness settings, volume settings. There's a way to easily take a screenshot. I can go to my basic screensaver. But if you want to set up your internet, you can connect to Wi-Fi. So actually, you can turn on Wi-Fi. You can find any networks that are nearby. I'm not at home right now, but these are just some things that are near my parents' house where I'm actually recording this. Let's see. If I go to Bluetooth, so I have my phone, and then this is the car system. And then, so yeah, this is the device of my tablet. I renamed it to Highlander. And then there's also, so I did install the GPS system. So if I go to the Navi, the built-in navigation software called iGo Navigation, and that will load up their maps. But I prefer CarPlay, so I will be using the Apple CarPlay and that system instead. But this is pretty good. It's not bad, honestly. But we're gonna go back. So there's also a really nice like radio. So we don't have the dial anymore with this new screen, but there is volume here on the side. And then you can also, like, if you get that thing to tap, you can easily mute it. So I have a couple programs or stations pre-programmed in. You can also swipe like this. You can seek here. I can use the steering wheel, which you can't see in the screen, but I can use the steering wheel to seek stations. And then this will jump through my pre-programmed stations. And then you see 87.5, that's kind of the default. So if I go to a local station here, 93.3, I can hold on this, and that will save that 93.3 now to that favorite number 4. And then I can pull up something like this for EQ, where if I want to do a scene, like if I listen to a lot of heavy metal music, so I might switch my EQ to heavy metal. And then zone is, okay, I want to have it more up front. I can move the sound more to the back. So pretty nice interface for playing around with your sounds. Bass boost, a bass filter. So if you're into it, you can really customize your sound system. Let's go back to the home screen. So there's a lot of things that you can customize. So like here, if I open the door, it'll pop open this door, but I can turn that off. So I don't really need that. I have that on the display in front of me on my dashboard, so I don't need that on the screen here. Temperatures, you can just customize how you want some of this stuff on. I don't know what air conditioning display would do. Steering wheel, there is a way to program your steering wheel and what buttons do what thing, but I have not messed around with it. Everything seems to work flawlessly right now, so I'm not going to mess around with it. If anyone wants me to make a separate video on that and play around with it, I can totally do that for you. I'd be happy to investigate. I did want to show how I got this here. So as part of TLink, you can have this button show up here, so you can easily go to CarPlay from any screen, and that's under the settings here, floating navigation. I have turned that on. So if I keep this on, then that's what shows up when I go to the home screen. That's this button here. So now I can easily go to CarPlay. Just a reminder that this is a Android system. So if you go into your apps and you go to the Play Store, you can sign into Google Play as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi and download any apps that you might want to have on here, like a Photos app or a streaming service if you wanted to put it in your car. Again, just be smart and safe with what you install on here, as you don't want to be a distracted driver. Similar to a phone, you can show all the apps that are running by clicking this button here. So I have my TLink 5 app for CarPlay. I was messing around with this. So if I want to close the app, I can just swipe up. So if your system is ever being slow, you can click this button here and then do a clear all just to reset the whole system. And it'll show up how much memory was being used. So now we're back to having no apps running. I'll rerun the TLink 5 app to get CarPlay going again. And then I am off to drive to dinner. Thanks for joining to watch another video. If you guys have any questions about the system, just leave them in the comments below. And again, I would recommend buying this ViaBecs system if you have a Toyota Highlander 2014 to 2019. It really makes up for not having CarPlay in cars before 2020. And I plan to have this car for a long time. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.